So friends, I've been using almost 20 credit cards of my stay here for the last 15 years in the UAE. And I cannot be 100% sure which credit card should I be recommended to anybody, because I'm not sure what kind of a spending pattern you have, what kind of expenses you are doing on credit cards. Plus, I'm not sure what are the credit cards offering as of now, because many credit cards change their offerings every 6 months, 1 year, or at max 2 years of the duration. Because normally these credit cards bring up new offers or reduce their offers depending on their requirements. So in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the credit cards that I'm using for the last 6 months, and I'm going to talk about what are the benefits this credit card is giving me. And currently, I'm also having almost seven other credit cards which are mentioned here. So I'm using Noon credit cards. I'm using credit card. I'm using this Commercial Bank of Dubai credit card. I'm using this Dubai First credit card. By the way, this Dubai First credit card was the first one that I actually liked because of its offering, but now the other one that I'm using actually giving better returns. Then this is the HSBC card. This has been with me for the longest time, because since I came in the UAE, I got my bank account opened through HSBC, and I got this credit card. At that time I got 60,000 credit limit. And then there is this Emirates Islamic credit card which I recently got. I'll talk about these credit cards in a brief, but this is Emirates NBD Diners Club credit card, which I'm also not using actually, because this is the actual credit card which I'm using right now, Emirates NBD Platinum card. The Diners Club card actually comes with this credit card, and these are the cards are called as Duo itself, but the magic happens in the Emirates NBD Platinum card, because I'm getting a good cashback in that. Anyways, I'll talk about credit cards first and what are the benefits of using the credit cards, and also make sure you pay in full all the time, because these credit cards are ruthless at the time of say non-payment or delayed payment, or let's say if you're doing minimum payments. These are the worst financial mistakes that you can do, because I always talk about personal finance on my channel. And if you are investing your money anywhere in the world and not paying credit cards in full, you are doing injustice to yourself, because the credit card companies, they generally have very high interest rate on non-payment. So the interest rate can vary, but you can imagine something between 40 to 50% on annual basis. And if you talk about dirhams term, then this kind of return you will not be able to find it in any investment. So if you do investment in, let's say, S&P 500 or any reliable product, you will be able to get, let's say, between 8 to 12% at max in dollar terms. That is also on the higher side. But if you talk about credit cards and you have loans or outstanding balance on credit card which you are not paying off, you will be liable to pay almost 40%, 45% of on annual basis, and this accumulate on monthly basis as well. So make sure to use the credit card only when you are able to pay in full. Now let's talk about the benefits of credit card, because I use credit card, and not exaggerating, I have made at least 100,000 dirhams in last 15 years. This is actually the conservative number. If I'm gonna talk about more realistic number, at least I think I would have made 120, 130,000 dirhams or even more. So in the last 15 years, I've made almost this much amount. And I talked about how I made this kind of money through credit cards in a lot of other videos. And I have an Urdu channel as well, which is I talk about Urdu and Hindi language, or whoever understand Urdu or Hindi language, they can go and check that channel. There I post more often, and I talk about multiple credit cards on that channel as well, and I discuss how I come to know about this figure of 120,000 dirhams that I made through credit cards. Anyways, now if we talk about credit cards, the benefit of credit cards, the first and foremost benefit is the cashback of whatever card that you're using, because the one that I discussed just now of Emirates NBD, this is also giving me very good cashback, and I'm going to discuss later in this video what kind of cashback I'm getting through Emirates NBD. But cashback is the one thing which is the most attractive to me for any credit card, because they already have the price of credit card fee included in the in the price of the item. So let's say if you buy a 100 dirham item in Carrefour, Carrefour already has this fee for the credit card already built up into that 100 dirham of the charges or of the price of that particular item. So if you pay by cash, Carrefour is making money out of you, because then they will get 100% of that amount into their kitty. While if you pay by credit card, they will get charged a little, whatever the fee charged by the credit card company. So make sure you pay by credit card, so at least Carrefour or any other vendor does not get the profit out of you. Now there is another feature which is actually very important, is about the safety, because whenever you use the credit card, there is a built-in insurance that is always covering you up while you're using credit card, even though in some cases you might have not taken the insurance, the optional insurance that credit card companies offer, which I usually not sign for. And I normally, if I get a new credit card, I usually get it deactivated as soon as I get the card. However, credit cards itself have built-in insurance for them. I'll give you an example that one of my friend was dubbed for one of the frauds, and they luckily used credit cards for the payment. If they would have used a debit card for that particular payment, that amount would be instantly gone away from their account. In his case, he swiped the card in one of the vendor, which was actually a spam or a scam, you can say. And later on, when because you have a time duration of 60 days, if you raise a complaint within 60 days, the credit card company also can take an action. So the action was taken, and he was returned the money. Although it was late, he was able to get it after 4 or 5 months of reporting this incident, but at least he got the money back. So I have seen a lot of other incident that while using credit cards, let's say while using credit card on rent a car or any other such facility, you will be able to retrieve the amount if the vendor is not playing fairly. Similarly, there is a grace period while you are paying through credit card, so you get some cash flow benefit out of it. Although I don't recommend to use credit card as cash flow management tool, but sometimes it helps. So let's say if your salary comes on particular date and you have to pay for something, and you know that after 10 days you will get the salary, you can use that particular time to manage your cash flow. Although again, I'm saying that I'm not recommending this kind of manipulation with your finances, but just in case, if you want, you can have such kind of thing. Moreover, credit cards are also good for building history, because once you are new to this country, let's say UAE, it's good that you get a credit card and try spending some amount on that and pay your bill on time. This way you will get some kind of credit history and some kind of transaction history for yourself. And if you pay on time, then you will have good credit history, and then you will get preferential loan rates as well. Now let's talk about this Emirates NBD card that I have with me. This is actually giving me 5% cashback on many purchases, like grocery purchase, like phone bills, like utility spends, like fuel, like electronic purchases. Such kind of purchases which are daily level, they are giving me 5% return, I mean 5% cashback. And the good thing about this card, this very card is actually doesn't have any upper cap. While the card that I have mentioned before is about Dubai First, which is also having an annual fee of 400 dirhams. This card has upper limit on multiple spends as well. But at the same time, this Emirates NBD, which I'm using, it doesn't have any upper limit spend. I mean upper limit on the cashback. I have used this on my kids' school fee, and this card has given me very generous 5% return. So imagine if you have to pay for 10,000 dirhams in the school fee, or 20,000, or whatever the number is. Let's say for 10,000, for the sake of simplicity, if you spend 10,000 dirhams on the school fee, you will get 500 dirhams cashback straight away. It will come onto your app, and it's very easy to track as well. Now, if the spend is not on education, not on grocery, not on fuel, not on electronics, then you will not get 5% of return, you will get only 0.5% of return, but at least it's giving something, something to you. Now there are two tips I want to give you while you are using Emirates NBD credit card, because this I encountered myself, and I thought that I'll make a video especially about these tips. Because let's say if I'm talking about, I have got the cashback amount of 1000 dirham after I spend a lot of different spends. I get 1000 dirhams, and when I go redeem that 1000 dirhams, I will not get the full 1000 dirhams as cashback adjusted to my statement. It will be around 700 dirhams or 800 dirhams, something like that, because they are deducting some amount while you are converting that into dirhams in your adjusted statement. But at the same time, you can spend that amount on different vendors. But I don't want to go and spend on, let's say, Sharab DG. I don't want to spend on, let's say, Carrefour. Or no, I want to spend on Carrefour. I don't want to spend on, let's say, Centerpoint. Now, if you want to get full amount through this card, and you want to get the full cashback of 1000 dirham instead of not getting deducted for their fee, the trick is to get the city center cards. The city center card, if you buy that city center card, I think they will hardly deduct 5 dirhams from for the card, and then you get the load of full 1000 dirhams or whatever the number is, and you get the full amount back on your card, and then you can spend anywhere on the city center, even in the Carrefour. So I buy grocery out of it once I get the card filled up with the cashback. So it is important for you to understand that whenever you want to redeem the cashback, don't redeem the cashback on your statement directly, because otherwise it will not give you the full amount of cashback. You should go to city center and get the gift card, and then reload the card, the amount on that card. The second tip I want to give about Emirates NBD is, don't pay the Emirates NBD, let's say, the utility bills through Emirates NBD credit card on their website. Like, don't go to Etisalat website and pay the bill there, or don't go to Siva or Diva website there and pay the bill there, because there you might not get the full 5% cash back. Because this happened to me and a friend of mine as well. One of my friend spent the amount on Siva bills, which is Sharjah Electricity and Water Authority. And once they paid through Emirates NBD card on their website, the amount that they received for the cashback was not 5%, it was only 0.5%. So it was disappointing for him. But then I paid the same amount or the same month on my bill as well, and I found that it was exactly 5% of the cashback. Then we came to know that if you pay anything like even Etisalat bill or any other bills through their app or their website, I mean the Emirates NBD app or Emirates NBD website, then you will get the 5% cashback. But in case you are paying through credit cards from their own website, it might not, it might or it might not be a 5% return. So this is important to understand, that while using credit cards, see how the cashback is coming and how you are getting the cashback for it. So currently, so many cards that I'm using right now, and I'm a content creator, that's why I'm using the other cards as well, because then I come to know what are the benefits, and then I make content around those topics. So that is why I'm able to track them as well. But it's not recommended for anybody to have so many credit cards just because of the cashback. So take the good card, understand its terms and use it accordingly, and don't try to capitalize on this cashback for multiple cards, because it is very difficult game, and these credit card companies are changing their rules day in and day out. So it can change anytime for any credit card. So I upload regularly on my channel about compounding, and I recently did a video about how you can invest 2000 dirhams on monthly basis and get a return of 1 million dirham after some time. So here is the link to the video, you can go and check it out. Then there is another video how you can invest 1000 dirhams every month for different kind of investment opportunities here in the UAE. Here is this video, go check it out. Thanks a lot.